Turn it up. You're listening to the Country Music Rocks podcast with Danny and Julia. Your all-access pass to all your favorite artists, untold stories, and the real behind-the-scenes of country music.
Valentine's Day weekend was a busy weekend.
It was.
There was so much stuff happening.
I know. It was super busy. Ours was busy, but chill at the same time, which
Good.
I kind of liked. Yeah.
Yeah, ours was nice and easy as well.
Yeah.
And I was saying it was busy because I was deciding whether to take my wife Kimmy to the new Eric Church movie.
Oh, there you go.
It was,
yeah.
And I decided I probably shouldn't do that for a Valentine's date. So we did some stuff separately, which was much better.
Yeah.
But I want to start off by saying, what an amazing movie.
Right, because you saw it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Evangeline versus the Machine.
Okay.
And it was like a front row seat to his concert.
Nice.
If you get a chance to see it, I don't know what they're going to do with it. It was a 2-night limited edition at IMAX theaters around the country.
Okay.
And my social media was blowing up. Getting ready for the date night. Getting ready for the night. We're going to see Eric Church. We got front row seats. It was awesome. I'm not going to lie. The show that was here in November, we saw the cameras flying around. We saw a lot of the crew in like these I don't even know what kind of outfit it is, but I want to say it's like a toxin type of outfit. They were walking around in white suits with masks on.
Oh, interesting.
We were like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah.
It tied into the movie.
Okay.
And it was awesome. And they shot this movie in Nashville with a bunch of his fan club fans. So people had to sign what do they call it? NDAs, right? That we won't talk about the show coming out or whatever.
Which has got to be hard.
It would be really hard. But I saw a couple posts in the church choir pages by saying, we saw ourselves, in the movie.
Oh, how fun.
It was really cool.
Yeah, I love that.
And what an amazing movie it really turned out to be. Oh my gosh, it was so good.
Did you feel like you were at one of his shows?
I did. In fact, we've seen Eric Church a couple times over the years, and each time it's a different venue.
Yeah.
Last time we were at the Moda Center, we were in the pit, and it was great. We were about 15 rows back. It was nice, but this felt like I was 4 feet from Eric Church.
Wow.
He was literally singing to me.
That's really cool.
It was amazing. And the mix of the music is so good. And I feel like when musical type of movies like this come to the big screen, we have to see them to see what it's like.
Oh, yeah.
It was so loud. But it was so good.
I bet it sounded so good too.
Oh my gosh, crystal clear. Like you could hear him breathe. Like,
interesting.
It was really wild. And,
I love
and it
that.
was, I don't know what IMAX shoots in, 4K, 8K, 10K,
Who knows
whatever
with
they
that?
have nowadays. But it was a great movie.
Oh, that's
so
good.
if it does come out to rent, it won't be probably as good as the IMAX theater.
Exactly, because that in and of itself is just something massive and huge.
Exactly.
But still.
But if you have a giant video screen at home or a TV, like a 65-inch TV, and I'm just telling you now, turn it up.
Okay.
As he would say,
Good.
turn it up.
Yeah. No, that's good to know. But also just that you're getting that concert element out of it because let's be honest, concert tickets are not cheap.
No.
So that's a way to, if you've always wanted to see Eric Church, you wanted to kind of see him up close.
Yeah.
There you go.
You get an hour and 45 minutes
So you're getting
of just straight music.
Full set.
Yeah, it was worth the $25 ticket.
Awesome.
Now, if we saw him at the Moda Center, you're probably
paying $250 for a
to
ticket.
sit in the pit.
Yeah.
And I could touch his face. It was that close.
Wow.
So it was a really great movie. So if you get a chance,
good to know.
highly recommend it. Maybe stay home Saturday night when the weather's kind of ugly outside. Just crank that up and enjoy it.
I know the soundtrack for that specific movie came out. They released, I know it's based off of the album, but they also released a soundtrack for the movie.
Okay.
So, yeah, that came out last Friday.
It's hard to keep up because I feel like with these guys lately, they're all dropping new song.
There's so many new releases.
It's just, I can't keep up with it anymore. I'll just go to like Luke Combs. We got a new album and there. Everyone's talking about how excited it is. It's got 12 tracks on or 13 tracks and it's going to be coming out in April.
Yeah.
But I feel like he's already dropped 2 songs.
And he just released another one this past Friday. So,
so I'm like, wait a minute, what are we doing?
I think they're just as excited too. They want to get this music out there. So
they just don't want to wait.
Right. So maybe when originally they were like, oh, April sounds great to release an album. But now it's like, okay, now I'm ready now.
Yeah.
It's done and he wants to get it out to the world.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing I can think of why they're,
Very true. But I think
pieces.
I think with Eric Church too, like going back to the release for the movie, I feel like there was albums 1, 2, and 3. Then he did it was just really wild. There's different colors of albums. So I think they're making money smart on their part as well.
Yep.
But on the other hand, it's hard for me to keep up because I'm like,
there's just so much.
I lose. I lose so much of it. Speaking of church, I did also see over the weekend weekend that he started off the tour part 2.
Okay.
And they were in Buffalo, New York, and Ella Langley. He brought out Ella Langley.
I love that.
And
Okay.
it was really cool. I don't know if you've seen the clip of
I
them
haven't,
singing.
no.
He was, I think, well, first of all, when he sings with his backup singers, he's already, he knows what they can do.
Exactly. Yeah.
But when Ella came out, he was like, he just mouthed the word wow.
Yeah.
Like, it was incredible.
Oh, I bet.
I guess they sang New York State of Mind from Billy Joel.
Okay.
So it's a great
that
combo
had
together.
To have been incredible.
And
I'm gonna have to go back and watch
yeah,
that.
you have to go back and watch it. I mean, seeing it in person would have been a whole different thing.
Exactly.
And I feel, again, with Ella Langley, we're getting robbed on the West Coast.
We
haven't seen her yet at all. She's never
but
been
the
here.
key word is yet.
I know.
So hopefully that's going to change soon.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Her new tour is already sold out.
Yep.
So if
the first leg of it.
The first leg of it.
Yep.
And it's mostly Midwest, Texas, around that area, Virginia, stuff like that. So we'll see what happens if she comes here. I hope that she does soon.
Yeah, because she hasn't been here at all. So I feel like she is going to start a second leg of that tour, and I think it's going to be out on the West Coast.
I think she's going to have to, otherwise she's going to get some really upset listeners and fans for sure.
Yeah, no,
I'm one of them.
Yeah, I know. No, seriously, I want to see her as well. But I do think I have a good feeling that she'll.
Yeah.
Not that I don't know anything, but I'm just saying I do have a good feeling that she will be making her way out this way.
I would hope so.
I mean, how could she not?
Well, she's so busy right now, right?
She's got so much going on. I don't know if you heard or saw, but now she has a collab with American Eagle.
Yeah.
She's got a whole denim. It's called the Denim Darling collection, and jeans and tees and tanks and accessories and the whole nine. But it's really cool because I feel like it fits her vibe. And now people can go and shop, her curated collection. And I don't know, like I said, it fits her vibe, and it's still, affordable, which is always great.
Sure.
American Eagle is great quality. They are also a sponsor at Stagecoach. So if y'all are going to Stagecoach,
there you go.
Pay attention to kind of what's going on with that, because I think there's going to be some things going on with Ella and American Eagle.
She might just stop by and sign autographs for 5 hours. Who knows?
I don't know anything yet.
It's funny to see the progression of it all, because it started a while ago with Miranda and Idlewild, and she did all of her stuff, right? And then she's like at Boot Barn, and then it went to Lainey, and then Lainey did her things, and she's got all her stuff at Boot Barn and her hats and her flared pants, and now all of a sudden Ella's coming in. It's really cool. I'm super pumped for them.
I do love how they have like the fashion element. Of course, I love that side of it. So I do love how they come out with these curated collections, because I do think, like, as fans, you're seeing Miranda and Ella and Lainey on stage, and like, I know me personally, like, I'm looking at what they're wearing and I'm like, oh man, I love how they put that together, or I just love that outfit. And it's like, okay, I'm online trying to find something either similar or trying to build it myself. So now you're able to go and kind of shop some of the things they're actually wearing.
Yeah. And
which I think is cool.
It's funny because when I go to watch, I'm always watching how they play as a musician, like wanting to learn those chords and stuff. Or like you and my wife both go and you're like, I love those pants. I love that belt and stuff like that. It's cool.
We're Googling it after.
Like, exactly.
Wow, those jeans were $700.
So it's cool. It's cool to watch her, but I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, with Ella Langley, it's getting harder and harder every day because she has something new. Her new album, Dandelion, is coming out. We talked about that a couple weeks ago. And now she's got another snippet of a song. And now my social feeds are blown up. All I want to be is her. I want to be like her.
I think it's Be As Her.
Be As Her. Yeah. And so now it's funny, like, I see guys singing the song at the top of their lungs. And I saw a funny...
It's a great song.
It is. It's really cool. And I saw... these two comedian guys, they're always on TikTok, and it's two guys, and they're singing her songs back, but they sing the lyrics together. It's just the way they do it. It's hysterical.
Yeah.
But now I start to always question things like, oh my gosh, okay, so what is real and what is not real?
Oh my goodness. Are we going to go there?
I think we almost have to.
I know, right?
Because it's getting to the point like Luke Combs. Like, I couldn't tell if it was really him. In fact, it's funny because we're talking about AI.
Yes.
My aunt the other day showed me a picture because I go up every week and go have dinner with them just to make sure they're doing well. She showed me a picture, and it was a picture of George Strait, Alan Jackson, Garth, and one other artist.
Okay.
And she's like, look, they said they're coming back. And I'm like, no, they're not coming back. That's an AI picture. She's like, wait, what? It is? And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's getting harder because AI is incorporating itself so
everywhere.
good
Yeah.
now. It's hard to tell. I was, in fact, watching the news last night, And was this big thing about Paris Hilton is fighting with the Senate and Congress about AI generated images that people are using now sexually as a person. It was getting out of control. And so she was there fighting in DC with a bunch of other senators and stuff, which I think is a good idea to do.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Because we don't want anything to happen to these artists.
No.
And I think it was Garth and a couple of other artists, maybe even Lainey Wilson, that jumped on board right away with the state of Tennessee when all this started.
Yeah.
So they have infringement rights, likeness likes, all that kind of stuff that comes into play.
Okay.
But you can't even use their name for
So it
nothing.
protects them.
Yes.
Okay, good. That is good.
Yeah, because it's getting to the point like I can't even tell anymore.
Well, okay. Agreed. Like there's sometimes like you're talking about the photo you saw or that your aunt saw with, you know, Garth and like all these people in it. Like I do feel like sometimes with those photos, sometimes you can definitely tell like they're advertising like, you know, Tim McGraw and Morgan Wallen are, you know, coming to concert together and it looks nothing like them.
Right.
So like those ones
you can tell.
You can usually tell. But like some of these articles, like I think I saw one last week where Riley Green stormed off The View and he yelled at the View people. And it's like, you know, number one, he wasn't even on The View. But like so many people are, you know, in the comments either siding with the View people or they're siding with Riley, you know, it didn't even happen.
No.
And it's just, it's scary on, like when you start to really think about it, it's scary on a certain level, you know, because it's like, how are they getting away with literally lying, you know, spreading rumors, false news, lies. It's crazy to me.
It is, and it's really interesting to watch, especially from the music standpoint, because as we know now, like a couple months ago, back in December at the end of the year, there was somebody had written a song and it was climbing the Billboard charts, and it got all the way to number 1. And it wasn't even a real artist.
Exactly.
It was all AI.
Yeah.
And that was mind-blowing because people loved the song. And you can create your own songs.
Right.
You know, I have a buddy this past summer, he's a firefighter, and I don't want to say where, but he's here locally in the Northwest. And he wrote a song about his firefighter mustache.
Okay.
And like it started getting traction.
Yeah.
Because the girls love the mustaches, like Riley Green's mustache. There was a driver the other day, I can't remember his name, at the Daytona 500 had this mustache, and Joey Logano is another NASCAR driver. He went bald this year. And they're like, oh, this is where all the hair went to his mustache.
Okay. Yeah.
But it was like gaining traction because of the song and mustaches and firefighters, and girls love firefighters, man in uniform type of thing. And it was like crazy.
Wow.
It was insane to see how that was all coming together. And it's so easy to write a song now. You just type in a tempo, you type in the kind of delivery you want. And if you have access to that, which we do, it's so simple to make songs now. And I thought that was kind of interesting to myself.
Well, yeah. And you got to think, like, how do these songwriters feel? You know what I mean? Because they're literally pouring.
Losing money.
Oh, well, that. And I mean, they're pouring their stories and like their realities.
Right.
You know, pen to paper, whereas, you know, you put in a couple keywords into this, you know, computerized generator and it's pumping out a song.
It's mixing.
You know, it's
matching everything word for word, so on and so forth. It's a little nerve-wracking these days. And of course, I can understand it because, like you said, as a songwriter, that potentially is taking money out of everyone's pocket. And I think that's why everyone was so worried about AI. The side of AI that I like is that we could do fun things with it, like create this for me.
Yes.
Make this.
I do think it can be a useful tool to a certain extent.
Right.
Like I know sometimes like I'll be writing a post and sometimes it does take me a while and I'm like really like, okay, no, I don't like that word. And I'm struggling and I'm, you know, and I'm spending time and an hour later, okay, I really like this piece. I'm not going to tweak it anymore. And then just for the heck of it, I'll run it through like a generator. Like, and they'll be like, oh, this is 87% AI written. And I'm like, the hell it is. I just spent an hour writing this.
Right.
So like,
but it's even confusing the AI generators.
Yeah, it's like, no, this was a real person. This was a human writing. This was me. I just took like literally an hour to write this, and now you're telling me it's AI written.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, I get it. Like, I like some of the tools of it. Like, yes, you can create like a quick photo, like to, you know, advertise a podcast episode.
Right.
That saves us a ton of time.
Sure.
You know, we're not using faces or anything like that. It's just some elements of what the podcast is about. But just, you know, when people are creating a story with it or saying, completely writing something with it. I think
Right.
that's something.
Yeah,
you're losing your authenticity.
Sure. A lot different.
Yeah, the organic of your platform or whatever you're trying to say.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of split in the middle on the whole AI thing.
I am too.
I like little aspects of it.
Sure.
But I don't know. I think I lean more towards I'm just not a fan.
Well, I'm a fan of being able to help. Like if you're stuck and you're just like as a writer,
yes,
right?
Yeah,
give me something like let me just type in a few of these words. What rhymes with blah blah blah?
Exactly.
That's a different story.
Yeah,
I've even done that myself. Like I've gone to talk about things like different things how I want to present it, how I want to say it. We've used it, and we were all worried about it in radio, and I think it just depends on how we use it in radio.
Yes,
it depends. Like if we're going to be using an AI generated voice every day,
which
it's fine. But it just be upfront and honest about it.
Yes,
I don't want to hide it.
I do think that's a huge thing.
Yes.
Is that
I think that's the other thing.
That's huge. Actually, I'm glad you brought that up. I don't think that kind of like a lot with on social media. If somebody's like these influencers, if they're advertising something, they're technically supposed to put ad or sponsored. So I think with AI, you should be doing the same thing.
Sure, yeah.
Calling it out like this was created with AI or something just to kind of bring it to attention. So you're not, I don't know. It's just, I think they're still working the tweaks out of this whole thing because it's like it came out. It's so new and we're already running with it.
Right. It's going 1,000 miles an hour.
It's
like
going so
every
fast.
day.
And
it comes through my feeds. And I think about, I think it was last summer or the summer before, there was Tim McGraw. They had taken his voice basically from videos and stuff that they had seen, and they had talked about a weight loss. It was like a pill.
Actually, I think it was Luke Combs.
Maybe it was Luke Combs.
Yeah, because I was like, wow, I can't believe he's promoting this.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it got to the point where like he finally came on and said, listen, if you are getting an email from me promoting this like diet pill, just know it's not me.
Exactly.
It was generated.
Which is scary.
Yeah. That's the part where I'm like, okay, there comes a point when it has to be protected and has to be safe, especially for an artist with their music, because we know how valuable it is. Like Britney Spears just sold her entire music catalog for a certain amount of money. I don't even know what it was. So that company can now own it, but anything new moving forward will all be hers.
Right.
But how do we know it's hers and how do we know it's not? Because we're so used to the old stuff that Britney's done. Now it's a whole new world.
I know.
Yeah.
It's scary.
It is.
In a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And it kind of makes you question, I'll read something and I'm like, okay, I feel like I'm pretty much in the know and I'm pretty smart on being able to tell like, oh no, that's not true. But there are some things I'll read and I'm like, oh wait, is this true? And sometimes I'll be texting you. I'm like, okay, is this real or is this fake news? Or because we just don't know anymore.
Right. Well, even like the Jake Owen thing, when he broke down earlier this year, we were questioning it. Both of us were like, this is not real. And then we found out that it was real.
Yeah.
But that's how good it is. It's like, ooh, man, that's scary.
It is very scary.
You can talk about different things. So yeah, I don't know. It's going to be really wild to kind of watch and how it progresses and how it affects the music world, not just country, but in all formats of music.
100%.
I mean, everything, a lot of the rappers, hip hop, top 40 country, jazz. I mean, not so much jazz because it's mostly it's just all musical as it is, but in general, just the lyrics, the words. Yeah, you can use AI to write your words for you, write a song for me,
sure,
and then give it to an artist, and then let them decide what they want to do with it if they feel like that's a good enough song or whatever. But I don't know why anybody would do that, especially from our end of the genre of country music.
I feel like with country,
we already have the greatest songwriters in the world.
I almost feel like that's just not going to happen. I don't know. I almost feel like songwriters in the countryside are going to take a stand against it in some capacity, and again, it's their story, it's their truths, it's their lives. So I don't know. I don't really see them kind of taking it and running with it.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know. It's definitely going to get interesting.
It is. And I this year, at Country Radio Seminar, I think it's going to be brought up again. And for those of you who don't know, every year in Nashville, Country Radio Seminar takes place with all programmers, promotion directors, program directors from around the DJs from around the country. They all converse to Nashville for 1 week and talk about all these different types of things that we do in the industry. interviews, bloggers, whole bunch influencers.
Yes.
How are you listening to music? How are we listening to music? And this year is going to be really
This
interesting.
has got to be a hot topic this year.
It has to be, because I do know that there's been quite a few stations around the country that have been doing AI. And like I said, I've used it before. I've used it just like for brain thoughts, like help me out with this.
And I do get that. I don't want it to be overrun with AI. I still want to keep that humanity side to it.
Of course. Keep it real.
But like you said, you can have fun with it. You can do some fun things and make some fun, crazy videos. And
your husband and I have got a little crazy.
Yeah. And those are fun and stuff. And it's all, it's all in good fun. But,
It's all for fun. Yeah.
But I do think some people are taking it to just this whole other level. And, a lot of these online outlets are doing that. And it's like, is it for the clicks? Is it for the, are they, I don't know. I don't understand the mindset behind it.
I don't either. I think I know that, like, for us, you do all the blogs on the webpage, and you do a fantastic job. And like I said, when I go through those and I read those and I'm updating and learning, I'm going through so many different radio station stuff. And a lot of it looks the same, but ours looks different because I know it's you doing it, as where it sometimes radio stations just have like one person doing like 10 stations.
Exactly.
And the material is real.
Right.
Whatever they're getting from wherever their sources may be.
Sure.
But I feel like you're right. As you go through those feeds every day on your social media pages, it can be called something different. Country licks, whatever. And then it's country music news or whatever it may be. It's hard to say if it's real or not.
Right.
And that's where for my job, it makes it really difficult, because I don't want to go on the air and talk about something and be like, no, that's not, that wasn't real at all.
Unless you're 100% certain.
Correct.
Same with like on the podcast. We don't want to be telling, this big story or this breaking news and then find out like, oh yeah, just kidding.
Yeah, that
actually didn't happen. Riley didn't storm off.
But it makes you also wonder, like, speaking of Riley, like there's this huge rift between Megan Maroney and Ella Langley.
I know.
Is it all AI generated now?
Right,
because everyone's so fired up because that's where we're at in this world. Like, we just want gossip and juicy gossip.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's pretty funny when I think about it. But it's a little scary for me to even think about it sometimes, but I do enjoy working with it and trying to make it work, because I feel like we have to go that route now.
Yeah. And it can be a useful tool. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. I do think it is a good tool to a certain extent.
Yeah.
It's almost like it needs a cap on it. It needs to be limited a little bit. Or at least what goes out there. It's almost like if it's going to be put out into the world, if you can have an AI maker, then there should also be the other side of it, like a fact checker.
That's a good point. Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I'm gonna post this, but before it gets actually posted, something, some computer person should be able to run a program and be like, oh, wait, no, this is not going to actually hit the web because this is false information.
That's a really good point. I wonder if that's already established or not. I have to look into that.
Maybe I shouldn't have said anything.
Maybe we're on to something.
I should be contacting some computer person and coming up with this program.
After the podcast, Julie will be working extra hours tonight.
I'm going to tell my husband to edit this out, and our podcast might be a little short. So,
it's funny. That's wild.
But honestly, I do think, if there's something to create to post all this fiction, then you should be able to something to kind of negate that.
Yeah.
Just all this false news that sounds so real.
Right.
I just think that it could lead to something dangerous.
Totally. Well, now you just said that. You just gave me two words: false news and real. False. Miranda Lambert is not false. She is real to the deal.
Yeah.
She was part of the Daytona 500
she was,
this past weekend. I was so excited to see her. And it was really cool. I don't know if you saw the broadcast.
I saw bits and pieces of it. I saw some highlights. But I did see that she was there. And I just think that, fastest girl in town. I feel like she fits that whole NASCAR bill. And, I know she played a show. And I think it was beforehand, right? It was before
it was like the pre-party thing. It's like an hour before they introduced all the drivers, but she was rocking the stage. Everybody was out there having a great time.
Awesome.
She sang Kerosene that I saw on Fox, but I saw some highlights of her singing Little Red Wagon and a couple of others. And I'm like, she is the Spitfire that Daytona needed that weekend.
Absolutely.
For NASCAR. It was awesome, and it was really good to see her just performing live.
Yeah.
And everyone had a great shot of just watching her.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the other fun thing was to watch Chris Stapleton, who was there as well.
Yep.
And
he's got a car out there, right?
He did.
Okay.
He teamed up with Dale Jr.,
Okay.
The Traveler number 40 car with Justin Allgaier as the driver. Unfortunately, with 20 laps to go, he got taken out.
Okay, I heard there was some drama on the track.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
And it was an unfortunate thing. He was coming up to block and somebody was coming up to way too fast and he couldn't get back down out of the way and the draft hit him and unfortunately took him out. And it was a bummer because you realize, I think it took out 18 cars.
Oh, man.
And so you feel bad, but that's part of the sport.
That's racing.
What happens.
Robin's
it's like
racing.
motocross. That's right. It's like motocross. You know you're going to crash and you could get hurt. So you just got to bear with it.
I heard they did a really cool thing for Dale Earnhardt. Did they show it on the third lap?
Yes.
That everybody was raising their hands
Yeah,
with
the
number 3.
number
I thought
3.
that was really cool and heartfelt.
It's always a good tribute to watch Dale Sr. Again, it's wild to think about all the NASCAR stuff that we have done over the years with Portland Speedway and all the stuff that we still do to this day. What an influential man he was to so many people, kids, young and old.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. So I actually had a chance to meet Dale years and years ago at Car Chevrolet in Beaverton. He had come out one time.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, we did a race at Portland Speedway, and it was a big night. We always did. There was a Friday Night Lights at Portland Speedway, and he came out and did this meet and greet session.
Oh,
and a bunch of the radio station fans were all out there. We made him a big birthday card, and it was really cool to meet the guy. So in his passing, a lot of us felt like NASCAR was done with, even though it's not. And then, of course, this last year with Greg Biffle, the same thing. They did a great tribute to Greg. His whole family's here in the Pacific Northwest. His sister and I are really good friends.
Oh, okay.
I see them 3 times, 4 times a year.
Yeah.
When we're still racing, doing our go-kart racing and stuff. So I see her, and I haven't seen her since the passing of Greg, and I'm sure I'll be touching base with her pretty soon.
Yeah.
But it was a great tribute to Greg, and it was cool just to see.
Yeah.
But tying that whole thing together with Nashville, and I was really hoping that Chris and Miranda would do their duet
that
together.
That would have been really cool.
Now, they could have. We just don't know.
Yeah, because they don't air everything.
No, they can't.
I know, the night before, they had a big pre-party with a bunch of different genres involved, but Ernest represented country music. Yeah,
okay,
so
cool.
he was there doing that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I had no idea he's there. That's the thing. It's so much going on and everybody's everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, there is a lot going on.
And it's that time of the year that, we're in mid-February now. So we're starting to see the tours are starting to take off. So who's going to be, landing where? Nothing really specifically just for here so far, but we do know the shows that are here already have already been announced. We've been talking about Chris Stapleton coming to Providence Park this year, home of the Timbers, and that's a big one.
Yeah.
We already know Bailey Zimmerman and Parker McCollum are coming. Those cool, but now we're going to really start to see. So
yeah, I think a lot more announcements. It's going to get busy with announcements coming up. You did mention Chevrolet, so I did just want to kind of bring up it's they're doing a big thing because it's America's 250th anniversary this year.
Yep.
And so they're kind of reviving a bunch of their old commercials and
the songs,
and the songs and stuff. So they actually kicked it off it was last week with a rising artist, Brooke Lee.
Yep.
And she revisited and did the song "See the USA in Your Chevrolet."
Yeah.
And they actually filmed it like they did the original in Utah on top of
in Monument Park.
Yes. And which is just insane, but it's so cool. So you got to check that out. If you haven't seen it yet, you definitely have to check it out.
You'll be seeing it. I know they showed it a lot yesterday.
Did they?
I think it debuted during the Super Bowl. But to be that new artist, what is her name again?
Her name is Brooke Lee.
Brooke Lee. First of all, guts of steel.
Yes.
Because I would not sit in that truck that high up that they delivered by helicopter and dropped her in the cab of the truck.
Yeah, well, she sat on the tailgate outside, just out in the elements.
When you see it, it's breathtaking. I would like to see that mountain from far away.
Right.
As you make your way through Monument Valley. I've heard it's absolutely beautiful, and I've seen all the pictures. It's one of those bucket list things you want to do. But to watch her singing that in the
she
back.
did a great job.
Oh, no. That girl, I'm telling you, man, she's got guts. I couldn't do that.
For sure. And very cool opportunity for a rising artist. And Chevy has just been involved with country music for decades.
Yes.
They were a big imprint for CMA Fest, for the CMA Awards, and just all kinds of, I mean, we hear them in songs and in music videos, and you know, they're part of America's soundtrack. So I think it's very cool that they're kind of they're doing this campaign for this year.
I always think about like when we go to the CMA Music Fest in Nashville, like one of the local dealers there gives everybody trucks. They're like, just go drive them and have a blast. And then they name all the trucks, like Luke. I remember one year it was Luke Bryan. Another year it was Russell Dickerson. There was another year it was like Ashley McBride. And they were just driving around town shooting videos and waving to everybody and saying, hey, and I thought that was really cool.
Yeah. And they usually do like the whole waterfront stage is kind of their setup. I actually did, I don't remember what year it was. It was quite a few years ago, but Chevy actually brought me out for CMA Fest, and I did some stuff with them.
Yeah.
It was just such a cool experience.
I remember it was fantastic.
Yeah, it's great, of course, great company. And I can't wait to see how much they do this year for the 250th anniversary.
I'm sure we're just touching the tip of the iceberg, because it's going to get crazy as it gets closer to 4th of July for sure.
Oh, I know. It's going to be insane, but so exciting.
Like a rock, they're going to be doing something solid, I'm sure. I can guarantee it. So yeah, listen, if you'd like to have us talk about anything on the podcast, please shoot us an email.
Yes, Julia at countrymusicrocks.net, Danny at countrymusicrocks.net.
And always share your stories with your friends, your family. Follow along with us on YouTube. You can find the podcast wherever you listen, Spotify, Amazon, Odyssey, iHeart, wherever you find all your favorite podcasts.
Platforms.
We'd love to hear from you. Just shoot us a note, say hey, and we'll mention you and say thanks for joining the podcast. And as always, thanks for joining us.
Yes, see you next week.